Yes guys, back once again with the ill behaviour. This time we've got a super cool minion. My pal won this for £12 on one of those raffle things, so I doubt you could even buy the spark plugs for that much. Today we will be fitting this beautiful new carburettor. I don't know if it's new or recon or what, but it certainly looks absolutely beautiful. It's all been cleaned up, done properly. It's a proper one, this. So we'll be chucking this on, getting it fired up, and we'll show you how to swap your carburetor on your Mini. So as usual, we'll have a quick look around. This thing is well cool. Apparently it's been cammed and ported, polished, and done all the cool racy shit, bored out to 1280, I think he said. That's the old carburetor, and apparently it's really difficult to get going and sort it all out and tune it and all that sort of stuff. So that's where we come in. We'll chuck our new carb on. I think we've got new gaskets and everything like that. Just coming round. It's got awesome Dunlop wheels. I don't know if they're real. And, oh, you can't get in there. We'll come round the back. It's such a cool car, this. It really is. It's got a nice big daft exhaust on it. Everybody loves a bit of going down the road. Coming inside, we've got a super cool Momo steering wheel. Beautiful gear shifter. I think there is another gear shifter in here for it. Not sure if these are standard or not, or if they're upgrades. But yeah, it is a mega car. It really is. Basically, we're just here to upgrade it, sort it out, and have a bit of fun. Let's do it. So diving in under the bonnet, looks like we've got a little bit of an oil leak from the oil filler cap there. It's got a nice alley radiator as well. So we're going to get on here first. We're going to disconnect the throttle cable, choke cable. We'll take off the air filter and all that stuff. Coming around here, we've got fuel lines that go in here with the loose clip already. It has been leaking fuel. That's the return line or overflow line, sorry. I do apologise. So yeah, then there's just 4 half-inch nuts. Pop the carb off, new one back on. Let's kick ass and chew bubble gum. So if you're watching this video, no doubt you've probably worked on a Mini before or had one in the past. Let me know down there if you have. If you've worked on one before, you know how much of a pain in the arse it is to work on one of these things because everything is so small. So I'm going to start by trying to find the right spanner, first of all, and take off our little tiny nuts that just hold the cables on. So this is the choke cable. Let's release that, and that pulls out nicely, actually. Lovely jubbly. Just pull that cable off there and latch that back on, because you will lose that. That's the choke cable off. Let's go ahead and see if we can find the right spanner again. Looks like this one's about 7mm. Let's see if we can pull off the accelerator cable as well. One of these spanners is going to fit, surely. Yep, that one. That'll just come out like that. And that should pop off and come out of the way like that. Lovely jubbly. Vac line next. That goes over to the distributor. We'll pull off these, I think, vac hoses. Goes down to the breather down there. Forgot to plug the microphone in on that last one, apologies. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and get the fuel lines off. Let me just go get a screwdriver. Screwdriver acquired. So we'll dive in, get this. This is the overflow. It just goes down underneath the car. So if your float buggers up, it pisses everywhere. Don't think we're going to have to undo that one, do you? What we can do though is shift it out of the way and just pop our fuel line off, just like that. I think we're there on that side of things. Next up, pop our air filter off. Don't know how this works, but it kind of looks like it is doing. Yeah, that's really not that easy to get off at all. I might have to go back on with the carb. But it's off anyway. It'd be very preferential if you could fit this without that on in the first place. That's got a pretty funky little intake. I'll show you in a bit. Air filter's off anyway. Oh, and I did just notice while we were in here as well, I looked around the corner down the bottom, and look what it is. It's our old pal, the Vaudry's branded beer mat. Chuck us a nice like, a comment and a subscribe down below. And as always, if you fancy one of these, jump on my Instagram. The link is down below. Give us a message and I can always get one out to you. Nice one. Okay, we're all going swimmingly so far. I think we'll just whiz off these 4 nuts and we'll be able to take the carb off. I'll go and get a spanner. Spanner acquired. So let's see if we can just crack these bad boys off. Hopefully it comes off nice and easy. Where's the last one? Underneath there. Right, I'm going in. Apologies if you can't see much, but this is going to be difficult to film with a mini being so small. Let's see if we can flip that span around there. Yeah, I just know that there's plenty of guys out there that's going to have been working on minis since before I was even born. So let me know if you used to have one. I think my dad's first car was a mini as well, actually. In the 70s, a Mini Clubman. You know, the one with the slightly different front end. I really can't get this bloody nuts. Can't see it. I might have to shift you and get it. Let's try that. Right, I've set you up on the other side now. Let's see if I can dive in. Now that I've got a bit more room, because you guys aren't in the way. Oh God, not really. You just got to find the right angle. Isn't that right? I think I had you guys set up in the last shot pretty badly. I do apologise, but managed to get this nut off at the bottom. And I'll try not to drop any of these nuts. Alrighty, fellas. Marvin the Mini is playing ball so far. Let's see if we can just lift this out nicely. Oh yes, look at that. There she is. Look at that big intake. That is a posh thing, isn't it? That's lovely. Appears there was no oil. Okay, let's compare and contrast with our new ones versus old. Now it looks to me like it's the same kind of carburettor, same numbers on it and everything. This one has been remanufactured, I think, or brand new. I can't quite tell. Either way, it's been machined and everything. It looks really nice. So we're going to swap this intake over. This is beautiful. Nice big trumpet on the front. That's a nice big piece of alley, that. So, as expected, this new one, it won't come with any oil in the dash pot. But strangely, this one also doesn't have any oil in the dash pot. It can't have been driving very well at all. Maybe things are worn inside. Tuning's a bit rubbish. The mixture screw looks a bit daft as well. So let's get these swapped over and get this nice new carburetor back on and fired up and tuned, hopefully, and see how it runs. Let's do it. So before we swap over the bits on the carburetors, I'm going to go ahead and remove this plate, which has got gasket both sides. Obviously the carburetor goes on this side, fits to the manifold that side. You'll see that it's going to need a bit of cleaning up, so make sure you clean that stuff up, because otherwise you'll get some dodgy leaks. I'm going to go ahead and dive in here as well. Top tip, chuck in a piece of tissue whenever you're cleaning any manifolds up, because you don't want any of your crap falling into your inlet manifold. So we're just going to dive in, give this a nice little clean off, ready for the new gaskets to chuck on, and then we can get our carburetor sorted and back on as well. So be dead careful if you're going to use a blade on aluminium. Be nice and careful, only take what you need to off. Don't be digging it in or scratching too hard, because you don't really want to do that. You need to keep a nice flat surface on there. So just as I was making a video for you chaps, the farmers decided to bloody cut the grass. Noisy buggers. I have to wait for them to finish. Right, them guys seem to have buggered off now. Hopefully you can't hear them. So let's get this stuff swapped over. These are our nice new gaskets that we'll be chucking on our thing that I just showed you. But what I need to do right about now is swap over this very fancy intake. It's a nice trumpet. Looks like we've got a few Allen key bolts. We'll take that off, see if there's any gaskets in there, and we'll get it stuck on that side. It appears these Allen key bolts seem to be imperial or something, so hopefully in our old Oxo cube tub we'll have the right one. Let's have a dig around and see if any of them fit. Oh, that one fits. Lovely. That's what I'm talking about. Get these buggers wound out. Jesus, they are tight. Good old socket extension will do. Ta-da! She's off. Now we'll have to check whether they've got Loctite or not. No, it appears they don't, so we'll just get them back on nice and tight. But what we can then do is take this off, no gaskets, and transfer directly over. Easy peasy. Now I don't know why there was no oil in that. I'll have to speak to the chap. Maybe that was one of the problems. Maybe it was leaking out everywhere. So maybe he topped it up and it leaked out, and that's why he was having issues. But either way, nice new carburetor. Stick that back on and we'll be good to go as usual. We'll get these nipped down nicely. Give them a little scooch. We'll use our super extension again. Give it a nice nip, just like that. One and two. Beautiful. Ain't going nowhere. Right then, we're back under the bonnet. We're going to chuck our new gaskets on. So first we're going to start by chucking this little bugger on first. Then our nice cleaned up plate. I've even chucked a wire wheel on that as well, just to get rid of any crap. Then another gasket right there. And then we can chuck our carburetor on. Eagle-eyed people might see that this speedo cable is out. It is broke, so we're going to chuck a new one on. But in the meantime, I think we'll be able to get it. Once that's on, we'll be able to get a new one through and in, providing that the air filter can fit past this anyway, so should be all right. It came off without it. Let's get these nuts back on. We'll get it all plumbed back in. There's 1, 2, 3. And the hard one under here. Last one to nip. 4. Okay, let's see if we can get this air filter back on. Might be a bit of a pain in the ass getting it under that lip there, but we will soon see. We can just slide it in, move our speedo cable slightly out of the way this time. Oh, we might be in luck. Oh baby, I think we're on. Winner. Just get a little clip. Ink. Okay, next up I'm going to do, before I put any of the pipes back on, I'm going to chuck our throttle cable and choke cable back on as well. Don't forget your little clippy clip. Right, these two are nipped now. That was quite hard to find. The spanners for again, but the nip down was quite hard to film, so they nipped up. Let's go and test them. Let's hope they work. Right, choke on, off, on, off, and throttle on, off, on, off. Now I couldn't see that, but you guys could, so let's hope that it was right. Okay, we're nearly there, fellas. Let's get some pipes back on. I think we'll start with our fuel line. We'll chuck this bad boy on. Slightly better routed than it was last time. You can see I've even added some heat insulation as well, just because it is down near the exhaust. It's nowhere near the exhaust, but it's always better So belts and braces, that's the torch going flying. Picking up the dipstick, what on earth is going on? Let's see if we can get it over there, that's better. We can see again now. So get our little fuelie line on. I can just jib in and get her nice and tight. Oh baby. There she is. Nice and tight, no more leakies. Where did our overflow go? That's that one. So we'll get that one nipped down with our long boy screwdriver. Looking good. We'll pop this back on as well. I think it's a vac pipe or something. Can't remember. Right, pipes are on. Don't forget your vacuum advance pipe on this last bit. And next up, we'll fill this bugger up with some nice 2050s, because there's none in. And it appears that there is none in. Oh, there's some. Let me go fill it up. Right, she's filled up, she's fresh. Let's get it in. Pump her up, get her in the hole. Kenneth Williams. We'll fill it up there like that. Get our little plunger, give it a little clean just in case. And she can go back down where she wants to be. Oh yes, look at that. Beautiful. There we go, job done. Fingers crossed, everybody. And we'll go for a fire. Bam, straight up. Beautiful. That's what we like. I can't believe it's worked so well. Straight off the bat, I've not even touched any of the adjustments or anything. I promise you that wasn't staged. I've literally not even touched the settings on the carburetor, so I'm dead happy with that. Alright, there we go. I'll give it a little bit of a tune. It was running quite rich, so I've leaned it off slightly, adjusted the idle, and it's running beautiful, as you can hear. Very nice. Very nice. Let's go for a test drive. Right then, hopefully you can hear me. It's quite noisy in here. We'll go for a nice little test drive and see how she gets on. It sounds really good. I think once it warms up, might need a bit of a, just a little bit of a tinker on the idle or something, but yes, working fine already. Oh. I just conked out. And here we are, sports fans. We are back. You joined me a few days later. Some of you might already have recognized what might have been happening. But for those who didn't, turns out that the fuel pump that is on this is for twin carbs, whatever. And it was pumping around 7 to 10 PSI, we reckon, to the carburetor, which was overcoming the float needle and flooding. And it was dripping out underneath. So it was going out through the overflow, this pipe here. And it was also going into the car as well. Surprising how it ran really quite well, actually. So the keen eyes of you guys might already spot what the fix has been. I'll just jump over here and I'll show you this nice little install we've been doing over the last couple of days. So we've gone for a Filter King with built-in fuel pressure regulator. And I've set it to just below 3. So apparently these HIF44s, whatever they're called, they don't really like much more than 3 PSI. So I've set this on here, you use this and twiddle it here. That seems to have cured the issue. I've had it fired up, we've got no leaks through the overflow, and it's running absolutely beautiful. So I think we'll be able to go for another test drive, and fingers crossed, it's all good. Oh, just while we're here, I might as well show you what other modifications we've been doing. So here we have a KAD short shifter. And it was a little bit of a pain in the arse to install, if I'm going to be honest. We plopped it in first, could not get second or fourth. So it turns out on these, because they do throw out, you have to get inside and shave a little bit of the front body inside there. And that gives you enough throw to get it into second properly. So top tips there. With regards to the carburettor though, we'll get it all tuned up, boxed up, and we'll go for a test drive. This might be a little bit noisy, fellas, so I'm going to try and put the microphone on a little bit closer. I'm imagining this is going to be a little bit noisy, but we'll go for a mooch anyway. Oh yeah, it feels great already. This is going to only be a quick short test drive because I don't have any carpets in or anything. Whoa! Wow! What a difference this has made. We'll just quickly whiz up the lane. Bloody hell! This thing is sick! Oh my god! Great fun. There we go, fellas, back once again with the comedy microphone. I hope you enjoyed watching this replacement of the carburettor. That thing is rapid. That cool test drive that we did, sick, mega. It was so fast, like surprisingly fast. I also covered the issues that we had with the overflow as well. Make sure if yours is overflowing, chuck a fuel pressure regulator on it. This one is about 2.93 psi apparently, which is what we've set it at, and it's running beautifully. Chucked in a new shifter stick as well, short shifter, bap, 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 bap. And we chucked on some new bobbins as well. I'll chuck a picture up. New bobbins for the stick shifter. Make sure that it's nice and stiff. So yeah, if you've liked it, chuck us a little comment down below. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.